Hello friends, my name is Emile and welcome back to some more Forza Motorsport 6. Today I'm doing another car build. This time we're going to be taking a look at the BMW Isetta bubble car which we got with the latest DLC, the Turn 10 Select Pack. So the Isetta is a pretty interesting vehicle in and of itself. Yeah, I never thought this car would ever be added to Forza, but apparently it has been, so yeah. It's a very, very kooky car. It's a freewheeler. It has a very, very, very slow engine. I can tell you that much. It has a grand total of 13 horsepower and 14 pounds-feet of torque. This means it fails the 0 to 60 test, fails the 0 to 100 test, and has a top speed of 53 miles per hour. To give you an idea of how slow that is, let's quickly go and take this thing out for a small little test drive stock. And then we'll get into what I'm going to be doing with the vehicle today, because the Isetta may be small, but it certainly has some big tricks up its sleeve, shall we say. Anyways, I'm genuinely curious to see how slow this vehicle actually is. Here we are on track. It looks absolutely magnificent. Here we go. That's 10. 15. It's making some noise. I believe it's a 4-speed in this actually, which is kind of surprising. Oh wait, no, it's not a freewheeler. It's got 2 wheels. Ah, interesting. Okay. I'm fairly certain these were freewheelers in real life. I don't know if Turn 10's... Oh yeah, this is the export model, isn't it? Of course, the export model has 2 extra wheels, I would imagine. Oh hey, look, we just beat the quoted top speed for this. But yeah, there's 4 gears. Doesn't really need any of them apparently, because the second gear is just high enough. I assume third and fourth are just sort of overdrive, if you will. Anyways, I will say it's a lot quicker than I was expecting, because downhill it's quick. Yeah, I mean, look at that, 53 miles per hour. Oh boy. Handling is... oh god, that was 3 wheels there. Yeah, handling is floaty. Floaty, I think, is a good way to describe the handling of this, as you just saw we got up 3 wheels. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. This is nowhere near as slow as I was expecting it to be, and that's weird to say considering this thing is extremely slow. How fast can we actually go around Brands Hatch Indy? That's the question. Here we go, downhill again. 48, 49. Come on. Nope, that's all the engine has to give. Wait, nope. Going downhill again. 50, 51. Can we get faster than 54? 54? Apparently not, no. So there you go anyway. That's what the Isetta drives like stock. Again, not particularly quick in any sense of the word, to be honest with you. However, of course, we need to speed things up a bit, because we need to make the Isetta more modern. We need to make it a usable car for modern times. And I think the engine that we should use for that, well, we have 2 options. There's a 2-litre VTEC unit, which is cool. There's also a 1.32 rotor engine from a Mazda RX-7. That makes it do 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. We're going with that one. It does increase the weight slightly, but oh well. I'm not going to aspirate it or anything at all. Oh hey, can we actually make this thing 4-wheel drive? I think that's probably a good idea. Let's make a 4-wheel drive Isetta. Right, aero parts. Oh, that looks sad. It looks so pained now. It's weird. Anyways. Oh, it removes the little back rack it's got on it. Bless it. Oh well, guess we'll go with that. And just to make the thing consistent, I guess I'll remove the chrome on the back as well. So we've got a B-Class Isetta up to now. Next thing we need is big race tyres. Because of course we do. The tyres on this thing are extremely skinny. The biggest we can get on the front is 145s. Bear in mind it's a 115s on the back. At least this thing will actually get pretty high PI wise, which is quite nice. 155s on the rear. I think I might just max this car out, to be honest. And we'll see sort of what happens with the little Isetta after we do that. Racing gearbox, of course, because the 4-speed in this is probably going to be useless when it comes to putting out any power, let alone 232 horsepower. I can't quite do the maths right now, but that is a crazy amount more power than this thing has. It might be up... I don't think it's quite 20 times more horsepower than it had originally, but it's close. Anyways, there we go. Can we actually do weight reduction? Aww. Roll cage. Yeah, we're going to need that. Again, unfortunately, this thing isn't quite as light as it was when it first sort of started out. It's still pretty light, 1,185 pounds. I believe this thing is actually lighter than the Lotus 11 now. So, yeah. And that's with four-wheel drive and a big engine in it, so... It's definitely a very, very lightweight vehicle, and that is not particularly a good thing. Okay, 287 horsepower, 328 horsepower. Should we just max this thing out? Yeah, let's see how much power we can actually get out of the Isetta. I am curious, once we start pushing it to the limit, what this thing is actually going to get. R-Class 383. Let's stick the intake on, 418. And finally, the air filter brings us to 444 horsepower. Now, that is a lot. However, I guess we are actually going to add something to it now. I'm thinking turbocharger. So here we go, turbocharged, fully maxed out little Isetta. Let's see what happens here once we throw the turbo on. An extra 87 horsepower, 575 horsepower. Yep. And finally, the intercooler to top it all off. 600 horsepower exactly. Okay. It does weigh a lot more now, 1,253 pounds, but nevertheless, we now have an extremely powerful Isetta. R-Class 872 PI. Yeah, this is, I'm kind of scared of what's going to happen with this little tiny car now. Before we get onto the road, however, we will do some tuning. 180 miles per hour, that's not too bad actually, especially when you consider how sort of big this thing is. I'm going to leave downforce as is actually, and let's take it for a test drive. We'll take it around Brands Hatch Indy once again. And yeah, time to see how the little Isetta copes with a lot more power. You see, this was going to start off being, you know, relatively sensible, but as all things I do which is sensible, eventually they sort of turn into this, and yeah. Anyways, let's give it a quick sound test. Not quite as mighty as the 787B noise. Oh god, I just noticed the car actually rocks a bit when you rev it. Interesting. Right. Here we go. Oh god, high. Oh, speed. Lots of speed. Speed. Speed everywhere. Oh god. Oh jeez. Oh, okay. Okay, this is a buckaroo. It's... Oh my god. Okay, car is... That's not good. Oh my god, it actually sort of hops. Now, Forza 6 has some weird handling character. Oh god, I've fail raced it. Right, let's try that again. Oh god, that didn't go particularly well. In fact, actually, can I, while I'm in here, can I turn the damage off? Because that's probably... Yeah, let's turn that to cosmetic, because that's probably going to make things a hell of a lot easier. Anyways, carrying on, big speed again off the line. This thing is a pretty darn nuts. Oh, yeah, that buckarooing is not particular. Oh my god, okay, yep. This is a very, very crazy contraption. Anyways, as I was saying, I know Forza 6 has some sads when you put too much power into these sort of smaller cars. The 595, for example, is a car you can't really race at all. I have a hint the Isetta is going to be much of the same. Let's just flat out. There we go. Look at that. Both wheels are up now. This is more terrifying to drive than a rough CTR Yellowbird. And the Yellowbird was pretty terrifying to drive. I think we may have found something a little bit more terrifying. Oh god. In fact, this might be the most terrifying... I don't even... I would be curious to see how much power you can actually get out. Like, sort of... Because I know the Honda engine can have more power. Maybe that's something I'll have to play around with at some point. But yeah, the Isetta is a little bit crazy. What does this look like from inside? Is that a Speedo? It is a Speedo. It does apparently 60 miles per hour stock, so... Oh god, this is not particularly nice in cockpit mode. Nope. I don't like this car in cockpit mode. It's extremely terrifying. Oh, hi. Yeah. Okay. So the Isetta is interesting with a rotary engine. It's sort of... Oh, yeah, it keeps doing that. And that's not a good thing. Oh, God. Yeah. The little Isetta is a pretty darn nuts. Can we actually get this thing sort of sliding a bit? We can. Right, I am actually curious to see if I am able to do this correctly. Let's actually check. If we stiffen everything up, does it still want to do the strange thing? As in, I want to stiffen it. I guess stiffening the rear of the suspensions probably would be the best way to do this, but I'll stiffen the front as well. Just in case. There we go. Stiffen all the rebound stiffness as well. There we go. Bump stiffness, yes please. Alright, let's set all that to hard. I'm going to set all the downforce on as well. Differential is apparently locked by default. Let's stick it in the middle. Let's stick 50% and see what happens. Okay. Right, that's that. Right, let's see how the Isetta drives now. It's not buckering. Oh, yeah, it still does the thing. 157 on the straightaway. Okay, it's a bit more relaxed going into the corners. Yeah, okay. There's the top tip right there. If you're going to drive your mad 600 horsepower Isetta, stiffen the suspension up. It really seems to help. There we go. I have literally no idea what was going on then. Oh, hi. Yeah. The Isetta is an ickle bit mad. There we go. Let's roll it for good measure. Yeah. No. Oh god. Oh yeah, of course, because cosmetic damage on the engine is still fine. Yeah. Driving the Isetta stock is a bit too slow. Driving the Isetta like this is a little bit too mad. I think we need to find a good middle ground. And I think that's something I will probably have to investigate over... Oh my god. I wonder if you can get this thing wheeling. You probably could. I might have to try that out at some point as well. So yeah, I'm going to try and build the Isetta sensibly at some point, so I'll be doing that over the next few days, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, if you haven't already, go buy this car pack, go play with this Isetta. I'm going to be doing videos on all of the different cars in this car pack, I think, so stay tuned for all of them. Next one up will probably be the racing truck, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, friends, I want to thank you all very much for watching. My name's been The Real Emile, and until next time, farewell.